Good day, and welcome to another broadcast of Financial Intelligence. Welcome to another broadcast of Venture Capital Fund. Over the last few days, we have embarked on a journey to look at branding and marketing systems and sales strategies. And throughout those few days, I certainly believe that the information that we looked at were very relevant, impactful, and once you apply them to your organization, I'm certain that you will begin to see the change. We looked at a number of issues. We looked at issues relating to attention and how to build your attention grabber. On the attention, we look at things like brand relevance, we look at messaging content, we look at communication channel. These are all important issues for you to consider when you are in the process of positioning your brand to gain the attention of the potential and existing customers. Along with that, we look at desire and how to pique desire. In this regard, we put forward information that help you to understand how to influence the customer, how to impact the customer, how to inspire the customer, and how to connect with that customer. So these are some essential talking points that we looked at. And in the event that you missed out on these programs, I want you to look back at the previous broadcast and really take the time to dig into them. It will literally help you in building a better business and a better brand. We also looked at desire, how to influence desire in your business, your products, your ideas. And some of the things that we look at is how to inspire confidence, how to inspire trust, how to build credibility, and how to value proposition, how to make an irresistible value proposition. Again, these are absolutely necessary information for you to have when you're trying to get your brand out there. I must also emphasize that to achieve this success at all times is not instant gratification, but certainly there are ways in which you could fast track it. The other things that we looked at attention and how to influence the specific target audience attention towards your products, your services, and your brand. Some of the things we would have covered are how to build a killer value proposition, how to build a killer value proposition. We also look at how to make a killer market entry, how to make a killer market entry. We also look at how to convert first-time users into lifetime customers. So those are some things that we would have looked at. The last program that we looked at, which was impact and how to develop impact as a game changer, how to impact the lives of the potential customer. We also looked at a number of things also. We looked at issues like what is the high value proposition. You need to know this, a high value proposition. We looked at value proposition differentiation. You want to be different in your products and your services and your value proposition. And along with being different, we also looked at value proposition relevance. You must have relevance to the specific target market. You can be different, but not relevant. So we dig into that for you. Along with this, we would have looked at what is the before the sales master plan. You need to have systems here also. What is during the sale master plan? You need to have systems here. And what is the after sale master plan? And we look at these issues. Now I want to encourage you to look back at the programs to get this information. I want to encourage you to reach out to us at Venture Capital Inc., Venture Capital Fund, Global Branding and Marketing. and we will be happy to take you under our belts and to give you the right mentorship, the right coaching to really scale your business, your brand, your ideas with local, regional, and international relevance. Today promises to be very excited also. Today we're going to be looking at brand conversion optimization, and that is all about how to optimize your brand conversion rate. And it promises to be excited again. So stick with me, and I promise you're going to have some really groundbreaking information. We are going to be introducing new systems today, and but these systems are relevant to every type of business. All right, most types of business. Okay, in the event that you're joining me for the first time and you find the information that we are discussing here interesting, I want to encourage you to give us a thumbs up. And there's a subscription button at the bottom of the screen. I want you to subscribe so you will be the first to get this information that we bring to you on a daily basis. Now, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Billionaire Code and Manager's Toolkit. These two books are already bestsellers, and you can go to the sister company website, which is www.megamoneygy.com, and you can purchase these books online. You can send me a personal email or inbox me, and I will be also willing to get you as much copy as you need. You need these books for your team. A lot of the issues that we talked about are in these books, and of course we have new systems, so when you come to our mentorship program, you will be able to get copies of this book. Remember also what we do is mentorship, coaching, and support. So if we are teaching you about leadership, we mentor, coach, and support you until you can master this process. If we're teaching you about financial intelligence, we mentor, coach, and support you until you could master the money-making game, the cash flow maximization game. We literally work with you. We get skin in the game with you. That really helps you to achieve your business objectives and your financial objectives. So let's dig in today to today's program, which is brand conversion optimization and how to optimize your brand conversion rate. Now, the first thing that I want to come to your mind when you're beginning to think about how to optimize brand conversion. And by this, what do I mean? You are able to attain attention, you're able to get interest, you're able to motivate desire, you're able to get people to take action, you're making impact. Now the next stage, at the point of impact is where you get, most likely get your first time customers. At the point of impact is where you go, if the systems are properly set, you can leverage this opportunity to convert the first-time users into lifetime customers. This is where you're making the conversion. The person used the product or the services for the first time, they are impressed, they are now a convert. But I want to say this from the beginning. You do not want to be converting people unless they are relevant to your corporate bottom line. And I'll explain what corporate bottom line means as I go into the program today. I will really talk about systems. The first thing that I want to stand out to you when it comes to brand conversion optimization, I want you to look at your corporate culture. And in the previous programs, and I want you to look back at them, we literally explain what we mean by your corporate culture. In developing your corporate culture must be designed to have impact at two levels of your organization. There's something that we call internal impact system and external impact system. The external impact system, the internal impact system is where we taught you about brand intention, value, threat, and we walk you through a list of them: brand intention, value, threat. When we talk to you about the external impact systems, we talk to you about the sales expectations, value, threat. Now, the average person may be saying to themselves, but he's talking about brand conversion, but now he's talking about culture, and now he's talking about brand intention, value, traits, and he's talking about internal impact and external impact. What does all of this has to do with brand conversion? Let me explain to you. Very often, you bring the customer to the point of having action. You bring the customer, potential customer, to the point of making impact, but largely because your internal systems are not solid and your external systems, again, are not solid. You just make short-term gains and long-term losses. So what we do, we also in our master programs, we teach you how to master the arts of the proactive leader. And there's 3 essential characteristics of that proactive leader that we teach you: how to think ahead. So in terms of building your business, building your brand, building your ID, we teach you how to think ahead. And this is all about developing your game plan, developing your systems, developing your culture, and working them. So the first element is thinking ahead, seeing beyond problems, and taking informed action to achieve desired results. Now, what can go wrong as you set the stage to optimize brand conversion? A critical part of this can be your team that are working with you to get the information out there. Your team falls short, and guess what? It compromises the impact that you could have made on the potential customer. If you have a technology glitch and you didn't talk about that before something happened, it can affect the consumer accessing your product. And this again, when they can't access it, they're making an educated and informed decision about your reliability and service. You just do not get to brand conversion optimization without looking at every single thing that we have looked at over the last couple of days. You need to master all of this. And all of these things is where you need to build now into your corporate culture. Your corporate culture must be designed to have internal impact and external impact. I'm not going to go too deep into that today. Look back at the previous broadcast to figure out what we are talking about when we talk about your corporate culture. So brand conversion optimization has everything to do with your corporate culture. Look back at those programs and you will literally understand what we're talking about. Now, as you look at your corporate culture, there's a couple of things that I want to stand out. I'm going to just talk about it a little bit. There's something that we call adding value optimization systems. Every single effort that you're going to take to add value, you want to ensure that your effort to add value is a clear, developed system. And we talk about this. You just don't add value today and there's no consistency. There's no system to upgrade. There's no traceability and transferability. You want to clearly build systems to add value. And we will literally be going into strategic approaches that you can use to add value as a method to not only impact, but converting first-time users into lifetime customers. You need to have clear, established, optimized systems. Again, you need to also have what we call the fixing problems optimization system. And in the very last broadcast, I did explain to you the difference, the qualitative difference between adding value and fixing problems. You need to know this. And in knowing this, you need to have an optimization system that speaks to it. All right. Your culture should take all of this into consideration. The next thing that I want us to talk about is what we call client impact and cash flow optimization system. This here, if you could put one on one and make it two, when we talk about the external impact is not only about the attention, it's not only about, interest, piquing interest, it's not only about influence and desire, it is not only about getting the customer to take the right action, it's not only about impact. Um, a critical part of the external impact system is about cash flow in your organization. Now you can get attention, you can pique interest, you can motivate desire, you can get people to take action, you can make impact. You can even make conversion, but are you converting the right choir? Are you converting the right people into lifetime customers? I see many businesses invest the time, the talent, and the resources connecting with the attempt to convert first-time users and existing users into lifetime customers, and never taking the time out to ask themselves if the target market has the disposable income, if it's the right specific demographic that they should be investing their hard-earned money in, investing time, talent, and resources in. Now, this is one of the reasons why I would have said earlier that you don't want to spend time converting the wrong demographic. You don't want to spend time, talent, and resources converting the wrong target market. So in our program, we have really built some very unique processes into it that really help you to understand from the get-go, what we call the client impact and cash flow optimization system. You want to make impact where it matters. You want a cash flow where it matters. And it has everything to do, again, with some of the issues that we talked about earlier. Are you spending time to understand your target market? Are you spending time to understand the lifestyle, culture, social class, groups, and reference groups of your target market? Are you really taking that time to understand economic determinants of demands and behavioral determinants of demands? You need to know this if you're going to get into business and you want to do business in the right way. You want to cash flow your operation. You want to impact the lives of your customers. You want to add value. You want to fix problems. You got to get the skin in the game. Again, I mentioned this because the fact from our interaction with people, with our clients, we see sometimes you target people, a demographic, and the demographic does not have the disposable income to invest in you. So you convert them and you're looking for the payday, and it doesn't happen because you are targeting the wrong people. Now, remember, this is business. And at the end of the day, the success of that business depends on your ability to cash flow the operation. All right. So you're going to add value. You're going to fix problems. You're going to go beyond the expectations of the specific target audience when it comes to adding value and fixing problems. But at the end of the day, the sustenance of that business, the goodwill of that business, leaving the legacy for that operation will largely depends on your ability to cash flow it. And you need to have cash flowing system. And to develop those cash flowing systems, you need to have the right information. So you don't want to invest the time, the talent, and the resources converting the wrong target audience. So we work with you through this to really help you to understand how to master the game. Now, when you find a system that works, in the brand conversion optimization, and again, I want to encourage you to read my book. All right, we talk a lot about that. When you find the systems that work in the brand conversion optimization, you truly need to build it out into what we call system consistencies. The things that work, you want to have consistency with that. You literally want to know that you can trace back the steps, which we're going to call system traceability. You really need to know that if there's a need to upgrade it, you can upgrade the systems to achieve greater impact, stronger attention, stronger desire, stronger, action. You want to know you can go back and look at the system. The last, you want to know that you can also transform the system transferability. And what exactly do I mean by this? You have a set of systems that are working for the good of the organization. So in the branding and the marketing, you have some unique system set up. You're before the sales services is making impact. You're during the sales services making impact. You're after sales services making impact. But guess what? You allow them to run like a runaway train. There is no systems that allow you to check your system consistency. There's no systems that allow you to identify if there's a need to upgrade based on customer feedback. There's no system that you have in place for traceability. See all the things that are working right, enhancing them, maintaining them. You have no system traceability and now transferability. It has worked so well, you want to carry it to another branch. You want to set up another organization. You want to, start a franchise. You have no systems in place to transfer this entire body of knowledge over to the other franchise, the other branch, the other organization. And carrying these systems over is what's going to help to fast track that whole developmental process. So again, brand conversion optimization is not me just saying, do this, this, and this. It's an entire culture that has to be looked at in our context. And once you get the culture right and you make an impact at the internal level, you have the right system to achieve desired impact at the external level, the conversion rate will start to grow from there, because all of these things are, impact the organization. And you want to make sure that you are thinking ahead, you're seeing beyond problems, and you're taking informed action to achieve desired results in the brand conversion process, in the growth of the operation. You want to know that you're applying these systems. Now, I want to say a couple of things in closing to this program. There are many persons, young people, old people, in between people that get into business, and you get into business with some preconceived notions. And I want to say this, that getting into business is never about instant gratification. It is never about instant gratification. You must have the staying power. What do I mean by this? There are some people that want success instantly. It's not going to happen. Not necessarily so. You have to build up those systems, and after a period of time, it may happen. There are ways in which you can fast track it. That's possible. But if, as a newcomer to business, and you are looking for instant gratification, I want to encourage you to change that mindset. You have to have the staying power, all right? Come with the intention to add value. Come with the intention to fix problems. Listen to everything that I've talked about. Master those systems, apply those systems. Give it a few months, give it a few years, and then you will start to see things start to evolve. And I'm going to say this against the backdrop of two things. There are those who are going to start business that will have all of the right support systems. You have the people network because you have been in business, your family are in business, they have a network, they have quality relationship, they have capital. So from the moment you put something out there, because of the track record of your family, your associates, and so forth, they can fast track that process. So for those persons, you're going to have a faster growth rate. But then there are going to be other persons who Their mom and dad didn't, bring them into the world with a gold spoon in their hands. So they literally have to go to the grunt to make things happen. And this is the majority of people that have to go through this. Now, starting from the bottom, here is where you have a very tiresome, a tedious task, breaking down barriers, because you have to speak to the issue of confidence, speak to the issue of trust, build credibility, and you start to climb from this particular point. All right, and that is a process. It's not instant gratification. The beauty about working with us is that we have been in this operation for over 30 years. And we know a lot of the pitfalls. And we believe that the wealth of information that we have, we can certainly help you navigate some of those pitfalls and certainly put you on the track to help you to fast track your business development. A couple of things else that I want to say is that sympathy in the business. Sympathy is only shown in business when you are relevant, when you pose a threat, and when you're disruptive. I could recall many, many years ago when I started business and I started to really experience the harsh realities of life. Many days I would sit and ask myself, why is it that we don't have more love and care and compassion in the world? Everybody was, for themselves. People were aggressive, they were cutthroat, and they were literally stabbing you in the back. And I'm saying, why isn't the world better? There is no need for people to be so aggressive and so dogmatic. And I know there are many young persons today who will start business and expect the business environment to be accommodating and friendly. And I'm saying to you, in many cases, no, it's not. It's not. And I just want to prepare you for this. So the market, the business community tend to embrace you when you're relevant, meaning that you have value, you can fix problems, and most other persons in the market cannot do it. Or you can do it with certain degree of efficiency that they have no choice but to work with you. So that's one. And even in those cases, depending on where you're coming from, you can still encounter challenges. But when your relevance is so important that whether they resist you or not resist you, you're going to still strive, you're going to make your breakthrough. The other thing is being disruptive. And being disruptive means you can do several things. And when they recognize that you have a disruptive marketing strategies, believe me, they're going to literally find a way to bring you in so as to stop that disruptive. And disruptive means a lot of things. And when you come into our masterclass, we will really work with you to help you to understand this. Disruptive means that, and I talk about some of this in previous broadcasts. America brought out Xerox, and at the big one. China saw this and saw a gap to bring out the small ones, and they did. American recognized that the producers recognized that they didn't see this gap for the small one. So to disrupt China's in what China was doing, what do you think they did? They filed a lawsuit to file an injunction preventing China from selling their product. Knowing that they may not be able to win that injunction, what do you think they did in the process? They brought out smaller Xerox printer by the time that that case was litigated and saturate the market with the product. So they literally interrupted China's effort to penetrate the market and attain the market dominance. Marketing and doing business, as sadly says, all about this. It's a guerrilla warfare. And in fact, they actually taught you in marketing how to leverage your guerrilla warfare. And sometimes you just have to apply this. The element of being interruptive, disruptive in your branding and your marketing, sometimes you really have to think about this. Another way I've seen this done is that you put a product out there, and this product is just out there to up level your cash flow. There's not much competition there. So what you want to do, you want to really interrupt your competition. So you find exactly what they're doing. You master exactly what they're doing. And you're going to beat them now on price. You're going to beat them on quality. You're going to beat them on customer relation. Now, this is one way in which I see it done. You find a way in which your business can run and make money. And the ways in which your customer really want to compete with you and win, you drop your price down to zero. You have nothing to lose here because you're already finding new ways to cash flow your operation. You drop your price down to zero, so they can't compete with you on price. They can't compete with you on quality. They can't compete with you based on customer care. If they really want to do intensive competition, you go for a hostile takeover. I'm saying that these are all things that are possible in business. Many years ago when I get started, I was naive. I was not fully aware that what the business environment is about. But I'm telling you, it is cutthroat, it is vicious, it is stab in the back. And you literally have to understand it. So at Venture Capital, Fund Venture Capital in Global Branding and Marketing, we will work with you to help you to understand this and to help you to understand if it is necessary and when it is necessary to leverage it. I must also say this. It's important for you to master the art of disruptive marketing. But having said all of that, I must say this. There's tremendous wisdom in networking and collaboration. In my years of studies, years of experience, I have seen, like for instance, in North America, small banks was being beaten out of the market. They were literally being squeezed and beaten out of the market because one, they didn't have a large disposable income to give large financial portfolios to their clients. So after years of being beaten down and being beaten close out of the market, what do you think they did? They form amalgamation. They start collaborating. And in the collaboration, it made them strong. But guess what else? Being small also make you very unique because a smaller company can quickly develop new systems, can quickly readjust to market realities. Bigger companies cannot easily do that. All right. So these are just some extra nuggets I'm throwing into marketing and branding today. So for the young person who is coming into business, for those persons who are into business that really want to scale, it's important for you to notice because market forces, regardless of how good your marketing and branding systems may be, there are market forces, visible market forces and invisible market forces that can literally undermine your business success. And what do I mean by visible and invisible? Sometimes you see your competition, how they're positioning their brands against yours. You see that when you make one step, they make two steps. You can literally see that. All right, so you can build your defense against that. But there's also a visible warfare that can be taking place, where there is an orchestrated movement to disrupt your operation by a team of people, highly influential people who might be doing every single thing possible in the background to undermine your operation. You need to be aware of this. All right. In finance and in business, we call this hostile takeover. You know, but I'm not going to go deeper into that today. I trust that you enjoyed today's program. Today we look at brand conversion optimization, and I want to encourage you to look back at these videos There are a lot of nuggets that can really help you to navigate the world of business. Today, we look at a number of essential concepts. We look at how to optimize brand conversion. Under that heading, we looked at one thing. All right, everything we talk about today was all about culture. We talk about corporate culture systemization. Corporate culture systemization. So that's what we talk about today. In looking at corporate culture systemization, we look today at internal impact systems, and that relates now to brand intention value traits. You need to know that. We also look at external impact systems. That is relates now to the sales expectation value traits. We also look at, adding value optimization system, fixing problems optimization system. We look at client impact and cash flow optimization systems. From here, we look at system consistency, system upgrade, system traceability, and system transferability. So those are the lessons that we looked at today, the systems that we looked at today. I trust that you find this information interesting. Do give us a thumbs up. Do subscribe to the program so you will be the first to get these programs on a daily basis. Remember, this program, we're targeting businesses, small, medium, and large scale businesses, and we bring rich, strong business content, but along with this, we bring very rich and strong financial intelligence content. And the financial intelligence program that we're bringing to you, it looks beyond accounting financing. While the accounting financing programs are absolutely necessary, we do help you to understand how to create debt. There's a right and wrong way to create debt. We help you to understand how to buy debt. There's a right and wrong way to buy debt. And we also show you how to manage debt. And these are very, very unique programs, new systems that we continue to research and develop and bring to you in the interest of helping you to scale your business, your brand, your ideas with local, regional, and international relevance. In closing, I want to say this, that this program came to you with the kind compliments of Global Branding and Marketing, Venture Capital Fund, Venture Capital Inc. Our mission is to position our clients, employees, and strategic partners to understand, create, and leverage passive income cash flow, build multiple streams of income, leverage smart investment strategies in order to build generational wealth. In our programs, you will learn about financial intelligence in the commercial financial sector, financial intelligence in the investment financial sector, financial intelligence for smart capital market, and financial intelligence for a sustainable livelihood. Most importantly, you will also learn that financial intelligence goes beyond your ability to make money and maximize your disposable income. It addresses the issue of understanding the global financial system and leveraging this intelligence to create good debt cash flow, minimize existing debt financial portfolio while maximizing financial and equity capital gain. The understanding of the commercial financial sector, investment financial sector, and smart capital market are an important body of knowledge for you to have in the global landscape of financial intelligence. My name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession, a humanitarian by nature, and I'm the multiple best-selling author for several books, including Billionaire Quotes and Manager's Toolkit. These two books are best-selling books. I want to encourage you to log into my sister company website, www.megamoneygy.com. Navigate our website to learn more about what we do. Be blessed and see you on the other side.